Hey, welcome everybody. I'm your host Eli. How's it going? Ron, what's going on, man? Long time no see. Blood Moon Paranormal. How's it going? Welcome everybody. Got a special treat for y'all. Wolf Haunts Paranormal. She's here to tell us um, her stories about the paranormal and how she investigates as well. So I'll go ahead and bring her up. And we got Jack's
Hi,
coming too. Something's wrong with her laptop. So yeah. How you doing, Wolf?
I'm doing good. How are you
How's
doing?
all right, good. Busy, 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 but I like it like that. So, you know,
Yeah,
got to do. So, well, we'll just talk for a little bit until more people come in and wait for Jax. Like I said, her laptop's messing up. You know,
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so what got you interested in the paranormal?
Oh, wow. I think I've always been interested in paranormal, but I really got like invested in it like a little bit over a year ago. I started watching like different paranormal channels on YouTube, and somehow that like got me hooked. Like, hey, I want to do this too. Like I want to like do this stuff. So then I went on like um it was like public event. There was like 20 people. We went to like this very haunted area in my hometown, and after that I was like, yep, this is what I'm meant to do. So yeah, I bought my own first equipment and started from there.
So, what type of equipment do you use? Hey, Hansi
Well,
Welch.
yeah, currently I have only K2, then I have voice recorder, like AVP voice recorder, cat balls, and now the newest addition is REM pod. I haven't used it yet. I don't have batteries for it, but I can't wait to try it out.
Do you mind showing us some of your equipment or?
Um, yeah, sure. Just a
Thank you.
sec. I'm not at home right now, so everything is a mess.
No, you're good.
All my stuff.
Remember I told you
Was
I
it your
heard
laptop
something?
or? Yeah.
No, I heard something and the laptop went down.
Wow, dude. She's showing her equipment, so
Laptop's fine now.
she's showing her equipment.
Yeah, I heard you. I was trying to get as fast as I could.
Okay, sure. No, you're good, man.
All right. Okay, I couldn't find my cat balls anywhere, but I'm
No,
just
you're good.
showing.
Hey, Chronic Paranormal.
So yeah, here's my voice recorder that I use. I'm sorry, the laptop webcam is very bad, but
I like that one, Helena. You get good.
I'll
You get
input
good stuff off that one. I like that one.
341
Mhm.
PC.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
Caucasian.
like that.
that's a very good one. Then I have basic K2. You always have to have
Oh, yeah.
this, and this is my newest edition. I got this from Tommy amongst the Tombstones. He gave me
Oh,
this.
nice.
He had an extra one,
That is
so I
sweet.
thought I haven't tested this yet, but I can't wait to try that out.
Nice. Well, tell us a little bit more about your equipment. Like, how do you like use it to contact spirits? Can you show us a little demonstration?
Um. Yeah. Well, for people who
You don't
don't
got to turn it
know,
on. You can
do
just.
you want me to explain how this
Yeah,
works?
yeah. Sure. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Well, people who don't know, um, K2. This is very difficult to explain in English for me because I'm not. I'm from Finland, so. But
That's okay. Try your
it's
best.
like electromagnetic field. It like reads that. Also spirits. Um, how you say it in English, but basically these lights start to light up, and obviously stronger the spirit is, it goes to red from green, yellow, orange to red. So basically, this like detects. This is very hard to make go off. Um, the spirit needs to be very strong. Um, but this works sometimes very well. Well, obviously the voice recorder. This is just basic voice recorder. It's not even made for paranormal investigations. So this isn't either like originally. These are not like meant for ghost hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Same with voice recorder. Old ones are usually better, but this is like new one. It's very good, and you basically just ask questions and spirits answer sometimes, and you get like EVPs. So
Mm-hmm.
there is words coming through, and
Yes.
nobody was talking. So it's very interesting. I got very good um, EVPs, like responses with this thing. Um, and yeah, REM pod. There's the antenna. So closer you get to the antenna, it starts beeping. So when spirits also, I don't know how it like works and to explain it in English, but also if spirits go closer to this, it starts to beep, go off. So that's also one way to know they're near, and you can ask questions like, touch this if something is something, and
Awesome.
yeah, it's very cool. I never used this one, but I used um, similar ones. Like Tommy, he had REM pod, so I used that, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So,
Very-
when you communicate with spirits, like, do you get like some kind of uh, like coldness around you, or like your hair stick
um,
up your arm, or that that.
yeah, yeah. It really depends on a spirit. Sometimes they make you feel cold, like you get chills. It's not always like you're cold. Sometimes it's just you just know. Um, it's like different kind of chills. I don't know how to explain it, and I'm also sensitive. I don't know if I'm empath, but at least I'm like sensitive, so I can sense things differently. So it's very hard to explain these things sometimes. Um, but I heard also like spirits can feel like spider webs. Like if you have a feeling you have spider web on you, that could be a
Or a
spirit.
static feeling, or like in your arm.
Yeah, I never. Well, actually, I experienced that in Stimson Hospital that I investigated. That was actually first like official investigation I ever did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I felt that spider web on my hand. First, I thought it was just my hair, but then
Mm-hmm.
Tommy said like, "Oh, like what was that?" Like he fell on his face, and there was like nothing, and things started to happen. So that's when I was like, "Oh wait, maybe that thing I felt on my hand was, you
Yeah.
know." It could explain that then.
Yeah. How about, like, I know you said you're sort of like an empath, or like, do you hear the voices, or do you hear just like shadows, or how does that work?
Yeah, sometimes I do hear whispers. The
Where?
most like the one that like really scared me was the loudest and most clear whisper ever. We were at the Hinsdale house
Mm-hmm.
upstairs, like next to like the room next to the portal. Like there's this closet that has portal in it, allegedly. I mean, um, but yeah, we were just sitting there, and all of a sudden, like we could hear like between us like this loud ass like whisper, and it just like scared us. We were just like both of us like what, and it was clearly a female voice. You could we were recording, I was filming, he wasn't, like Tommy wasn't filming, but I was filming, so I have it on audio. It's not as loud as it was when we heard it, because it was like
Mm-hmm.
literally right to our ears. So I wish I could like show people like how loud it actually was, because it was
Oh.
like I still get chills when I even think about it.
Well, it was sort of like it was sort of like a DVP, right? Sort of like, where
Yeah,
you can
it's like
hear.
disembodied voice, or how you call it. Yeah. So
That's pretty
that's very
amazing.
scary. Like that's like
Um,
right there. You're like, what?
There's your
yeah,
answer,
it goes
Eli.
to the
Like
spot.
like you always say about ectoplasm, that's what the
Oh
Oh
spider
yeah,
web feel. It's like it's not
yep,
like the
yep.
whole Ghostbuster Slimer ectoplasm, but
Hey, hey,
it's
paradox.
spirit energy. I think that's what you feel like if you're really close to one. You feel that,
Oh yeah.
and I
yeah.
think
Oh,
if you're in the right spot, the right time, like I think everybody that's investigated or been around spirits has felt that one time or another. Like You know, you feel it's your hair or something, and you know it's not your hair.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's your dog. So, how do you choose your locations?
Um, well, many people I notice, like many channels, they do only like the most famous locations, like the biggest ones, you know. Um, I've done a couple like famous ones, well, famous, but like, bigger ones that people know. Um, but I choose my like locations just based on the story and the feeling I get from it. Like, okay, I haven't chosen like locations. Like I flew to America, and because I don't know like anything what's in there and how you contact da da da. So I just went with other people, but it's a good thing. Like I was around with people who they were thinking the same way as me. So
Mm,
um it's just like location that nobody ever went to. Like nobody investigated, or
mm,
it hasn't been investigated a lot, or something like this. It's like it's interesting because you don't know. And like the spirits also, I think they have a lot to say because nobody ever talked to them, for example. So like obviously spirits, in my opinion, they could get bored, like if hundreds and hundreds of people always ask the same questions. So these
mhm.
famous locations, like, I feel bad for the spirits. Like I go to a location, I'm sorry to disturb you. No, you don't have to like answer me or like whatever. Like it must be very tiring, but it would be nice. I try to talk to them, like obviously like to a person. But
Patreon.
yeah, location and,
Oh,
and the spirits who, they're lonely and maybe they need someone to talk to, and that's my main priority. Like I'd like love to investigate places that are less investigated, I
Yes.
would say.
I know a lot of people uh like tormented spirits. Try to get them to talk, getting mad. That's the wrong thing to do. Have you
hey
ever
David.
tormented spirits just for you to get a response out of them?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Have
Would
you
you would
ever?
you
Have you
um would
ever?
you like antagonize a spirit to get a response?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, like provoke it or
Yeah,
something like
provoking
that?
it. Yeah.
No, nah. There's a couple times I noticed like something was affecting me, like making me little, I don't even know the word, but like little bit I started like pushing it and pushing it. And then after like I noticed like,
Thanks,
okay,
spirit.
this is not
Interesting.
me. So I took a break.
Well, that's one thing. If you
Okay.
saying, "Hey, get off me," or "Hey, back up away from me," because then they're invading your space and they're
Yeah.
But
trying to affect
it
you.
could,
Because I
but
noticed like I'm not me anymore when
yeah.
I get like angry.
But
It's
it's
not my
not.
emotions at
Yeah,
that point anymore.
it's the spirits attitude rubbing
Mm.
off on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I can feel the emotions. It's the sadness, happiness,
You're just sad.
anger. I can feel it all and it affects me a lot. So that's like something I need to learn how to protect myself
Hmm.
and my energy from all this because I am sensitive for all this. So
Nice.
I'm still learning. Um, Sometimes it affects me more than, you know, like it depends on location and everything. So
So,
sometimes
sometimes
I'm
I wonder
still
when you
drained.
guys go to places like that. Like,
Hmm.
let's just say you go to like Waverly Hills or something like that.
Mm.
People come in there, and it's such a big place. You can't really do it all in one night. It's
Oh
huge.
yeah.
It's on my bucket list. But even if you go to like South Pittsburgh Hospital, any place that was a hospital or something that was piss poor shit was done to patients. Okay, when you walk into
Mm.
some of those places, maybe some of these spirits are still pissed off because what happened to them in life, and now they can't do anything about it in death. So when some hotshot comes in there, hey this, hey that, um, you're gonna get the negativity from that pissed off spirit because
Yeah.
I always say like I've told a lot of newcomers, and I told Riley that I said be respectful when you go into these places because some of these people have not moved on. and they're still living that torture every day. Some don't even know they died.
Yeah.
That's like whenever now that I've started, I tomorrow I have another live to do. I have a live on my channel, investigating. I never ask a spirit, when did you die?
Mm.
Some don't know they're dead.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person going, sorry, bro, didn't know you're dead. My bad.
And
Mm.
some can't cope that they died. Some don't want to cross over because they're worried they might be, like tormented,
Hey,
from
girl, how are
either
you?
wherever they're gonna go, or like respect and
Yes,
Mm.
disrespect.
respect until disrespected. Absolutely,
Exactly.
Jared.
Yeah.
I'm doing my second thing tomorrow, Jared, to tune in.
Because man, that is, I mean, when I passed, like when I was a spirit, I felt like I was myself, but I wasn't. Like I know how that feeling is. It was scary. It was sort of like you were in a universe that you belonged in. You know what I mean? Like when you pass, you die.
I think what Eli, what you told me, it's like this part wasn't you, but this part was
No, this one.
your
It's like
mind was you, but your
when the
body wasn't
spirit.
you.
It's sort of like with the spirit. Like you can't turn your head. You have no need to turn your head. You can look from the back of your head, from your back and to your
Right.
side. You know what I mean? I
Like
mean,
Catherine.
with the spirit, you're constantly like, you don't turn your head because you don't have your shoulders or anything to look back or go like this.
Hey, AD,
It's
what's
more
up?
like, yeah,
Thanks for coming.
it's crazy. Yeah. Hey,
How
what's
you
up?
feeling?
What's up, Woodman's going on? Um, do you do any? Let's say you go into a property that's not, like, because I know when you go into property, they got all pictures, they got everything set up for you. You got to pay to enter. How about if have you ever done a property where you had to do your own research?
Oh yeah. Um. For example, there is this place. It's an abandoned place.
Hmm.
Um. Nobody owns it. It's
I
like
see.
a Finnish version of like a demon house.
Yeah, I
It's not
seen that.
called demon house. I kind of gave that name for it, but it's people like the local paranormal investigators. They told me there's 3 demons in there. I don't know if I believe in that.
Yeah.
Any spirit can claim to be a demon, and I feel like it's like a trend in YouTube. Like there's just demons and skinwalkers everywhere, but
Not everything's a demon, so man.
I mean, I do believe they exist, but I don't like. Not everything evil is demon.
No,
There can
no.
be evil spirits. Like if you're evil
I'll be right
and
back.
bad person when you're alive, obviously you're gonna be evil and bad person when you die. So I mean, there's so many options. But anyways, there's this demon house,
Yeah.
and I tried to do my research. It's very hard, so I have to like ask people. I have to ask
Yeah.
around, and that's like all I know about it. But I try to find as much information for my video as possible. But it was very hard, obviously, because it's just a basic normal house that someone lived in. And yeah.
Well, I learned when you die in your spiritual form. You die if you're a grumpy old man, you can be a grumpy old man. You don't age. And
Mm,
it could be one of those spirits that are angry because they died. They didn't pass on, or their spirit was sucked into the room when they were because I seen that where a spirit died, they got sucked in to the atmosphere of the room, and so they torment anyone that goes in that room. If you know what I mean. I mean, I
mm,
seen that when I died, when God showed me all that. And it was a scary. See, it's scary when I seen that spirit whenever they tried to pass over, and they didn't make it to the other side. They
yeah.
just sit in a little area, and they're confused, they're angry, they're lonely. They just want to go back to
Mm,
their bodies, knowing that they have no physical body anymore, but they're there. They're just there.
mm,
They just exist.
yeah.
Spirit does,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's
Mm.
messed up because they can attach to the human person and make them sick. Because imagine breathing in dead air and dead energy, how it can affect your a human body. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
it's bad. I've seen that.
Yeah.
In my
And you can
experience.
feel their, like, what they're feeling. And
Yeah,
it's very, like, tiring and very bad.
all spiritual things are very, where Yeah, they can too. Like,
Thank you.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
going back to that is like it can make you sick. You know, what God showed me, like I say God because He was the one that's showing me like different places. But like I seen it where a guy got sick because he was sucking in the dead energy, and he would see his dead family, and there's nothing much he could do because it was just destroying his life, his wife, and everything. You know, and some
Mhm.
when those people die, they remember all that and they suck up the energy in the house. The house sucks it up. So if they do investigate that house, that spirit's still gonna be there.
Oh yeah.
So sorry, I just want to go on about that. But um, but I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot when I passed. It's a really scary thing that you know. Yeah. So anyway,
Mhm.
do you check your equipment before you investigate or enter a property?
Um, I'm sorry. What do you mean?
Like, do you have a checklist? Like before you start using your equipment, you got the batteries and everything else, because spirits
Oh
like draining your energy, the batteries and stuff like that.
Oh
Just
yeah,
to make
yeah. I always I'm like, okay, do I have enough this? Do I have enough that? I'm sure I don't forget anything. I'm very, how you call it? I overthink. So when I
yeah,
overthink, I overplan. So yeah, I do that a lot. But I
yeah,
still always forget something. So I mean, but yeah, definitely make sure you have enough batteries, enough. I don't know, whatever. And food obviously and water because you need to eat and stay hydrated.
right.
That's very important. That's something I don't always remember, or I didn't used to remember, but like now I'm like, okay, I know the feeling when I'm hungry, I'm about to pass out, I'm like dehydrated. It's bad. So please take your water, your food with
Yeah.
you everywhere you go.
You,
It's a long
do
night
you work as
and you get drained
do you,
faster obviously,
sorry?
so
Do you work as a team or you go by yourself?
Well, I have my channel, just me, but
Mhm.
I always go places with someone. So it's like collabing with people and
It's
going with
safer that way.
um
That is.
because there's there is places in Finland I could investigate, but it's harder to get into them. It's not like, oh, book like a investigation and da da da. It's like there's locations that like in America, like there's locations like they're specifically there for paranormal investigations. That's not the thing in here. You have to have connections and permission and I don't know. Like I don't know who to contact. Like I need to that's my plan
Well,
actually
yeah.
now.
You never
Yeah,
know.
but you
2023.
probably got some pretty cool places though that you'd like to get
Yeah, I
into.
seen some of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
me
they're
too. There's so
awesome.
many places I want to go to. Oh, but yeah. Anyways, when I went to America, obviously I was there with people, so I went anywhere they took me. So that was very nice.
Did you go to eat at McDonald's or something? I'm just kidding. No. What
Oh
was
I
okay?
think
my
Finland
What
has
gosh,
was
you
the
could take
okay?
McDonald's
my
I
now.
know
Ohana
that,
to
but
McDonald's.
what's the first place you went in America to eat? Come on, like that you haven't tried ever.
Yeah.
I know I joke sometimes too. I'm just you got to joke around. It
Yeah,
gets
you gotta keep it. We gotta keep it uplifting.
yep, exactly. Like, do you do residential um paranormal? I mean, investigations.
Do you mean like homes?
Yeah, people's homes and stuff like that. Have you ever done those?
That's Oh yeah, that's something I want to do. I haven't done it yet because I don't know anyone.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I I need to start doing because I'm more focused on like internationally. Like all my friends are like not in Finland and like everything is always in English. So that's something I have to do 2023. Start to like contacting and being active on social media also like in Finnish and like in Finnish forums and Facebook groups and everything. So maybe while I'm here, I can do some home investigations.
Yeah, Viking
So
structures definitely.
yeah, they are.
Look, you will have Jason Peel. She's doing Viking stuff. She's doing Viking stuff. I'm like, you can calm down. Those are Viking.
Yeah. So, how long does it, as a group, how long does it take to for you guys to set up y'all's equipment?
Um, I feel like if you have multiple cameras, like if you have to like set cameras in each room and you have a plan where everything is, that's gonna take more time. But the group and people I went with, we basically just, I don't know, we just go with the flow. And we have like a little plan, like, okay, let's go together and then let's split and then we plan who goes and where. But I feel like it doesn't take too much time to kind of prepare, I guess, for us. But I understand like some people they do that for hours, set up cameras and everything. That's my dream, to get like many cameras so I can have like somewhere in a corner of the room while nobody is in there but still filming. You never know what happens while you're gone. So that's my dream, definitely.
Nice, nice. Um, do you what's one of your what's one of your equipment that you really want to get in the near future?
Oh, I really want to get a music box.
Me
Oh,
too.
nice.
That's all the creepy music. Oh, it's just yes, I want that.
I mean, part of me wants one, part of me's like, I'll be listening for it, but they're loud. They're loud. You hear them from the other side of a room. They're loud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you take any protections against the spirits and humans?
Um, I feel like, well, that's something like I mentioned earlier. Like I want to learn how to protect myself.
Mm-hmm.
I do have like crystals. I have some
Mhm.
with me here right now, but like I carry crystals with me everywhere I go.
Nice.
They're always in my pocket. They kind of a little bit protect my energy, but obviously it's not enough. So, yeah, I need to learn how to protect myself from all the energies. It's not only spirits; it's also people. Like it
Nice.
just affects me. So
Yeah.
that's something I need to learn.
If
I'm
I'm
still
going,
new to
when I'm
this.
going into a place, I'm more worried about the living than the dead.
Oh yeah, because you never know what's gonna be around the corner. You know what I mean? Like,
Don't.
Oh
You
yeah, like
don't.
abandoned places, like you never know who's there. Oh, like seriously, real people scare me. Ghosts, spirits,
exactly.
hey, welcome, talk to me. But like people, stay away, please.
I
But
got
some of them are not like level headed.
they're
I mean,
not.
I've seen some videos where like people are chased out of places. I'm going,
Yeah.
oh, you don't own it. Why you running from them? They're like,
Exactly.
they're crazy. I mean, I've seen some with transients having guns, knives, and they go after you with these things.
And as a
Exactly.
girl, obviously, there's also danger. Like, I
Come
don't
on,
know.
Helena,
Obviously,
you're a
guys are in
bad
danger
business
Mm.
girl.
too,
We ain't
but,
afraid of nobody.
Hmm.
They're like, well, you want some of
we're not
this?
alone.
Yeah. Right. So okay. Here's one thing. I know a lot of people go into investigations. They're like, oh my god, anything could be a spirit. Or is that door can shut? I mean, isn't it possible? Maybe it's just an animal, or maybe a vagrant. Have you ever checked for any of that before you start? Any of the locations that are not picked, that are not set. You know what I mean? That are not set up. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, have you ever
Yeah.
checked for any of that? Like
Oh
before you
yeah.
sleep?
I always go like a walk through, like through every room, just
Mm-hmm.
check. Like it's safe. There's nobody there, no
Yeah, you
animals, no
never know.
people.
Yeah, yeah,
Always before starting. Yeah.
yeah. Do you guys communicate as a team just in case like they like trip on something and you think it's a spirit? Like, do you guys do that?
I'm sorry.
You guys communicate with each other like by radio and say, "Hey, I made this movement," or "I dropped this," or "I'm the one that put
uh
the door," or
no, we don't, like we didn't have any what is it called? Like we don't have these like radio, I don't even know what they're called. Walkie
Walkie
talkies or something.
talkies.
yeah, walkie talkies.
Yeah. So, but I really want to get them and use them. They're just, you have to be careful because they can set off your equipment. Like REM pods go
Mm-hmm.
nuts around them.
Wow.
So yeah, some people, they're like through radio, like the walkie-talkie, they're like talking, and the grandpa goes crazy, and they think, "Oh my god, there's like spirit in here." Like, nah,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
walkie-talkie.
yeah.
I'm a
Or have
debunker, so like
yeah.
I'm like, there has to be explanation for this, and
Or you got to think like,
yeah.
cause sometimes you know you have this house, this fun house effect, in the house, and you're like, wait a minute, it could be this, or it could be the wind, or it could be the old floorboards, on the property,
Mm.
like,
Oh yeah,
and I'm
like
just
old houses,
yeah,
house settling noises. There, it
mm,
could be anything. Like not everything is paranormal.
no, no,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
and
I always
yeah,
make sure, and I'm always like
yeah,
thinking okay, it could be something else. You
yeah,
know,
and a lot of
sometimes
people. Sorry, go ahead.
it's
I'm
not.
sorry.
No, it's
No,
okay.
no. What I was saying is like a lot of people think, um, a lot of people thinking, oh, this is taking forever for the spirit to answer. I mean, there is no set time at all. You got to give it time for the spirits to answer. That's their time that they're giving up. That's their time that because they don't know if they're suffering, because right when they die, they see something else, they hear something else, they just hear
Mm,
you. They're giving up their time if they're being tortured or whatever by something, and then they got to talk to you. So you got to give them time to come to you. You know,
yeah,
Interesting.
exactly. I agree.
Um, I wonder. Question. I wonder where spirits, if they stay or go while they're contacting the loved one. If they move on to one spot and then they come back.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
I feel like some spirits. Okay, if I understood the question right, like if they
If they,
made contact with their loved one, can they
yeah,
move on after that?
yes, yes, like
Okay.
yeah, but yeah, like that. Yeah.
I think it depends. Like some of them, like okay, spirits, some they're stuck, they can't move on. Some spirits they go wherever, good place, they're not stuck, but they visit. They can always go back
Mm-hmm.
and forth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that I mean, it's it depends like on the person, like the
Yeah.
spirit,
Yeah.
like what's holding them here. Like sometimes it might help them move on. Sometimes they can go back and forth, or like they just stay stuck. It's so
Yep.
complicated. Like I don't know. I'm not expert in this, but that's how
Oh
I
yeah.
feel like. It's you never know. Everyone is
Yeah.
different.
It's like going back in the beginning when you said that you felt like other people's feelings.
Mm,
That
yeah.
feeling whenever you're getting angry and stuff like that.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
sort of like that. When a loved one's trying to contact, it's kind of hard to think, is it a loved one contacting me, or if it's something that's mimicking them, you know?
Oh
Type-
yeah. They could be skeptical. Like, is it really you?
Yeah.
Like,
Hey
yeah.
Tara, how's it going?
Mm.
Um, yeah. Has anything ever thrown something at you?
No, I wish.
You wish. Well, no, I would have been like, I'm out of there.
Yeah. No, like I had someone or something run towards me. Like I heard the shuffling and the
Is it
footsteps,
paranormal?
and I was just like like what? The lights on, there's nothing. There's no one there. We're in the dark, and it was just like it really scared me. But yeah,
Okay.
nothing got ever like thrown at me, but that something running towards you, you feel it and you hear it, and it's
Yeah.
so real, and it's not there. It's
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah. Have you ever had an attachment?
Attachment, yes, I had, and I feel like I had the attachment um even before I was into paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
So medium told me you had this bully. The spirit was a bully, like straight
Mm-hmm.
up bully, and it made me feel miserable. Like after we got rid of it, everything changed. It's weird. Like obviously, like I do have my own issues. I have my own whatever, you know, but the the negativity it was feeding me, it was just gone. It's like it's
Wow.
not here anymore. So that feels amazing. I got help. It took 3 attempts to get rid of it. It was so stubborn. Like I heard, they told me that it was literally stomping like a little kid, like I'm not leaving. No, it was like being so
Wow.
stubborn and like you know straight up bully. So it just feeds off like making you miserable, and it's happy making you feel that way. So yeah, I had that for a long time. They couldn't tell me like how long, but possibly years. And I was just like, wow,
Wow.
well, there you go.
How did you
That was
how did you get
crazy.
rid of the attachment? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, it was like, okay, at first I was skeptical. I was like, okay, they helped me through a live stream. I was like, don't you have to be here physically to do it,
Yeah.
But yeah, the first time, everything calmed down. Everything just changed for a few hours, but then it came back. The second time, um, it stayed away for like 2 days, maybe.
Mhm.
But the third time, it felt different. Like it could be it just stepped back and made me believe it was gone, but it really wasn't. Because
Yeah.
the third time, it was like I kind of knew, okay, now it's actually gone. And it's been months. It's been like 8 months now or something like that. And nothing. So
Yeah. Like did
maybe it
did,
worked.
did it did it make you feel different about yourself, or did it make you
Oh,
feel like
yeah.
that it was you, it was them, not you? What, like sort of like
Oh, yeah.
little things that because I know a lot of spirits want to live again. Like, was there things that made yourself different than what you were?
Mm. I mean, it was just making me feel anxious and angry and just hate myself and just I don't know how to explain it. Like I was in like every time I was home, like it felt like it was more attached to the apartment more than me. Because when I left,
Mhm.
everything was good, but when I came back home, it started again. So it's very hard to explain, but
Okay, because I know it
it
can make
was
you sick. I know
affecting
it can.
my mental
Yeah.
health. Let's put it that way. Like I thought I was losing it for a second
Yeah,
then.
no, of course. I mean, because it can make you lash out. It can make you, do different things that you don't normally do. It can make, make
Mm,
you, really, basically, because I mean,
yeah.
if it's a negative spirit, it can want to just, basically take you with them. You know what I mean? Like, because they're
Oh
so
yeah.
alone on the inside. So,
Mm,
I mean, it's a crazy feeling. I understand how God told me how they are, but some spirits just want to live again. They just want to live through your body and your soul, and they don't care how it makes you feel. How it's gonna affect everyone around you. Because
mm.
it just wants to do what it wants to do. So, um,
Yeah, and the spirit was just a bully. Like it
yeah.
enjoyed what it was doing.
Oh
And I call it
wow.
it. I know it was a man and it was a human spirit, but I call it it just because, what it made me go through.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy feeling. Um, hey, Lord, thanks for coming by. This is
Oh,
Wolf Hall.
hi. Long time no see.
Um, do you think ghosts normally come out during the day or night? What do you think about that?
Both. Um I don't know like why paranormal activity is usually more intense during the night, but I feel like it's the your energy feeding the spirits. Like you go to a location, you're scared, you're like obviously spirits they can feed off your fear and your energy, your approach differently. So it's I feel like they're more active because of you going to that place scared.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my my idea about it.
Okay.
But locations, I mean, they can be haunted during the day too. I mean, they are, and the spirits are
Exactly.
active during the day too. But it's you don't really think about it. Like, "Oh, what was that?" When it's like sun outside, you know. You don't. It's all about your how you approach the situation, basically, and yeah.
There's also a debate on what are ghosts made of. What do you think ghosts are made of?
Your soul.
Well, well, some say, they're made of pure pulsing energy,
Mm.
ectoplasm, or electromagnetic.
It's I don't know, honestly. I'm still learning too.
Oh yeah,
There's very interesting theories out there, and I don't know.
I always say like because I died and everything, and when I was a spirit, like I didn't really think about that. I just seen from my eyes the view of me. Like I mean, I didn't think how I felt or what I looked like, or if I'm gonna go back to YouTube and be like, oh my god, you know what I mean? I know how it feels like, or do I feel
Hmm.
this and that about myself? Yeah. Anyways, I don't. I just knew I was just a spirit. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Um. What do you think about poltergeist? Like, what have you learned about that?
Oh gosh, yeah, poltergeists. So they're spirits that can move stuff and touch you physically, basically. Um, yeah, I have experiences with poltergeists, things just moving by themselves and getting. I didn't get touched, but Tommy did. It's on his video actually. He got pushed his back in
Oh,
this
wow.
barn that's known for there's this spirit that pushes people very
Yeah.
violently. So that's like something he experienced. I got a heart attack. I screamed. It's on the video. Go check it out. But it's terrifying. I never seen anything like fly like in front of me, like something just like falls or anything like that. But I noticed like things are a different place where I left them, like things moving, and then obviously I witnessed someone getting like pushed. So
Wow. That is crazy.
yeah.
Have you ever felt so like when you're doing an investigation? Do you feel like so drained where you can't even get up or lift up your head? Like because I
Oh
know
yeah,
spirit.
yeah. Like I'm so drained sometimes. My head just goes like I can't even hold my head up, and I'm in like there's like a brain fog. Like it's just like I'm not. I'm like I'm awake, but I'm not. It's
Yeah.
like I'm like zombie basically. So yeah, I get very drained very quickly, and sometimes when I get drained, I get very irritated, and yeah, I
Yeah.
need like a little like time, like space. Like I need to learn when to step out. That's something I need to work on. Like okay,
It's
like you
sort of
can
like
just step out, breathe for a minute, and then go back. It helps
you
a
know why
lot.
do you know why it's doing that? It's sort of like they're trying to enter your body, and when they do
Mm,
that, that's how they feel. They that's how spirits feel when they try to, and you reject them. You know what I mean? You reject them from going in you. So that's their
yeah.
feeling, not yours. That's theirs.
Mm,
So letting you know.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Let's see. I believe Hoosier said. I believe ghosts are made from traumatic memories and create enough energy to stay in a place, eventually breaking our timeline, be forever. Some of them are.
Mm, some of them, yes. I don't agree with that completely because there are spirits that visit us. They're happy. They're not stuck. They don't have any like negative thoughts and negative trauma, anything. They just want to visit their loved ones or
Yep.
just visit the earth basically and just be here.
Exactly.
I mean, I believe like some of them do, um, especially if they're like strong ones. They're very something like obviously the negative energy they have, like the trauma they experienced, it
Mhm.
makes them stronger. Because I feel like people who passed happy, there wasn't like any accidents or anything like that,
Yeah.
they don't have as much energy as the ones
Yeah.
that like passed like through
Mhm.
something horrible. Like I don't know if that's the case every time, but in my own experience, the ones that don't have that negativity, they're not as strong.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
harder to contact them, basically.
it's like they say, like even with kid spirits, like so, I know everybody has free will and everything up to some point of age, you
Mm.
know, and some don't cross over, some cross over, but it's just that evil spirit trying to mimic that person's death. You know what I mean? Like what I seen, and
Mm.
it's crazy how I seen this. Well, yeah, something you don't want to think about. You know what I mean? Like, but that's
Mm.
that. A lot of deaths are different. A lot of like people commit suicide. I already went on about that one on my last video. So, um, and it's crazy how when someone dies, they die differently. They react to death differently. They're stuck. They're stuck because the loved one wants them to be stuck, but they don't mean to. They
Mm.
just can't let them pass over. So
Yeah.
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 Let's see. Perspective. So I don't say, but um, Lori said it was cool to experience it for myself.
She went on her first ghost. She went on her first investigation.
Oh wow,
It was a bet. She lost it,
nice.
so she had
Sorry,
to
I
go.
wasn't
So
reading. So do you
Mm.
think have you ever had dreams about the locations when you went home?
Oh yeah. Um, there's like two places that really stuck with me, and I dream about them and I think about them a lot. Well, the first one is the demon house that I mentioned. I always mention it's like the first, like the actual first location I ever went to, but it was abandoned. It wasn't like official investigation, even though it was. But that one like very stuck with me. I really think about it a lot every day. Not so much lately. It's been a while I've been there. But the most recent one is Randolph County Infirmary or Asylum.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that video isn't out yet, but it's coming next year. It was just, I don't know. It stuck with me. Oh, and Chase Manor. That's also one
Awesome.
that like I think about a lot. Yeah, it's the energy, and I feel like the infirmary, asylum, it was like both. And
Yeah.
when it was, I don't know, like it was when it did it start. I don't remember everything right now, but it was around for a long time, and there was so much sadness and mistreatment and
Mhm.
just a lot of things. So I don't know. The energy got just stuck with me. Uh, the Chase Manor, that one, that was positive. The barn was the place where Tommy got touched on his back, but that was like
Oh,
crazy.
wow.
That was just nuts. But the manor itself, it was just positive. It was haunted, like really haunted. The spirits
Yeah.
were super active, especially the kids. There's a lot of children spirits in there, and we played hide and seek. So
No.
the hide and seek game with the spirits, it kind of stuck with me, and I still think about it sometimes
Are
because
you
I kind of
sure that
miss. I miss
are
the
you sure
spirits. I want to go back.
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Are you sure the spirits ain't trying to contact you through your dream and be like, hey, come back? You know what I
I
mean?
feel
Like,
like so. You make connection with them, and in spirit world, they can like contact you or affect you even you're not there. Like it's like a mentally, I don't even know how to explain that. But there's something definitely.
yeah, for real. Like, I know, like being part of an investigation, an investigator, you must have a suspicious mind, vision, hearing, awareness, being respectful with the spirits as well. Like, I mean,
Mm.
would you agree with that?
Oh yeah, always be respectful, always. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Um, so what do you think about Ouija boards?
I used to be terrified of them. I was like, I would never, ever, ever touch one, but I did. And Chase
Wow.
Manor, the barn, where shit went down, that's where we played it. It worked. Um, Everything just happened, and I remember I swore like I was like, no, I will never, ever, 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 ever touch a Ouija board again. Like never. Now it's been a while. I'm like, well, maybe.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
you have to be careful with that. But it's same thing with like spirit boxes or anything you contact spirit with. You like spirit box is as bad as Ouija board. It's just like different,
Yeah,
like it's just like voice or like a text. Like it's
yeah,
you can like
yeah,
what's the conjure? I don't know. You can like get like bad things come through even with spirit box, and people are not afraid of spirit boxes, but they're afraid of the Ouija boards.
yeah.
So it's kind of like, well,
I think it's on the intent. Like, yes,
Oh
it's
yeah,
a game Milton Bradley made. Sure, so is Monopoly,
mm,
but
exactly.
it's what you intend to do with that Ouija board. It's the intent. The
oh
board,
Yeah,
yeah,
the game itself is not haunted or evil. It's the
yeah,
intent that you do to use that board. Same with spirit
exactly.
boxes. It's the intent that you use. I mean, look, if you're going in there and you want to talk to a, like, say, demon or whatever, and you
Mm,
get some bad juju from it, then why would you ask for it? Same with a voice box. Same thing with spirit box. Same thing like with necrophonic or spirit talk or anything out there that,
mm. And you always close them, like saying, like,
yes,
"Thank you for talking to us." Da da da.
goodbye. You know, you don't,
Same
you
with thing
have
with the
to.
Ouija board, like the intent. Okay, I'm closing this. Goodbye. It's your energy, like you're saying goodbye. It's not necessarily like you're saying goodbye on the board, like spinning the planchette, da da da. Like, yeah,
Definitely
you
don't
have
try
to
to
do that,
conjure
but
up
it helps
something
you
that,
to understand like you're closing it.
yeah,
It's
thanks for coming in,
but
Lauren.
calling your
don't try to conjure up something
yeah.
and
So
act,
you
and
can
don't try
talk
to
to
conjure
spirit.
up things so evil or
Yes.
so like that,
Oh
or
yeah.
so like demonic, and
Mm.
don't do the due diligence of closing it down, so then whatever you brought in didn't mean to but did.
Exactly.
Look, I talked to a few people that have been using spirit boards for years and years. I mean, they're really good at it. I mean, they've been doing it for a long time.
Mm.
And I asked a good friend of mine, I said, my son wanted to do a Ouija board in the house because I have spirits live in my house. And he goes, Jax, no, no. He goes, number one, spirit boards are really, 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 tricky sometimes because you could get something in your house and it could say it's a family member, but lie to
Mm.
you, and it'll be damn near hard to get it gone from your house, your property, whatever it gets in contact to, because you may never get rid
Yeah.
of it. So I
Mm.
had said to my son, I said, well, this YouTuber that I know really well, I said not to do it. So funny thing was, he said he was talking to me on a voice message on Instagram, and then the last thing he says, "Yo, CJ, what's up? I told your mom you're not doing it." He goes, "Crap, I
Yeah.
didn't know. I
Oh,
really didn't know you were talking to this person." I said, boy, I wish you people would listen when I said tell something to somebody and I know that person. Now they know. Now they know. But they was
wow.
just like, oh, mom, whatever. But I got him to
Right.
confirm to my son that it's not a good idea to use something like that, especially saying, yeah, it's like a thing like, yeah, I want to contact my grandfather. And it's a loving thing that you want to do that. But you don't know if it's my grandfather coming through. You don't know if he could say he's my grandpa, just
Mm.
like Elon. I think a lot of these like evil spirits that are claimed to be children. It's not the
Mhm.
child. It's not the spirit of the child that's there.
No, it's
It's the
not.
evil person portraying to be that child that's there.
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
We don't
Exactly.
believe that.
Mimicking them.
We don't
Yeah.
believe that these little babies that die in 4 and 5 in like these horrible places. We don't believe that they're there. We believe
Mm.
something is there pretending to be that child in order to hurt the person or people or property or whatever did to hurt them.
I mean, I do believe like children's spirits they can exist, but for something evil, it's easier to get to your head like, oh, I'm this innocent little
Yeah.
kid. So obviously you get let your guard down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what they
But
do.
like little kids, like the spirits, they do exist. But you have to be very
Yep.
careful with that because you never
I
know.
agree.
And learn
agree.
kind of like how to ask the right questions, and if there is a way to find out, like, wait a minute, this is not really a kid,
And no
A
matter
child
how
wouldn't
scared
say
you get,
this.
shut it down. No matter how scared you get, close the session. I
So
don't
what do you
care if
think?
you're scared and you wet your pants and everything, close the session.
Yeah.
So how do you close a section? How do you close a session properly?
Well, what I heard, like with the Ouija board, it's just like spin it. Okay, you open it. Wasn't it like you open it clockwise and then like the
Counterclockwise,
opposite
close
way
it.
you close it? Yeah, it's like 3 times, and
You have to
then
say
everyone
goodbye,
needs to
goodbye,
say like
goodbye to
goodbye,
close it
and then
out.
you pull it to the goodbye. Basically,
Some
that's
people
how
just
I
put their
always
hands
done
off
it.
it and leave. I'm going,
Yeah, and
better go
don't.
back.
Yeah,
You
and
better
never
go
take
back.
your fingers off the planchette. Like, don't leave the table or whatever where the board is. Like, middle of the session. That's something. Because many
I
people, they're
did
like, no.
I did find this out, and I did some like research on it. Even though you don't have to have your two fingers on the planchette the whole, like if you come off it, you can go right back and go on it.
Oh
But if
yeah,
you're
yeah.
gonna
But like, if you
close
leave,
it,
you're like, bye.
right? If you're gonna
That's
close it though, it takes the two people
mm,
goodbye, 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 and you let it go. I mean, I've
mm.
watched so many videos on Ouija boards because it's just like, you hear stories from one person, you hear something from another person, and I'm looking at people that have been doing this for 40, 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna know, or like at least 20 years. They're gonna know how to, how there's a lot of investigators out there that won't even touch a Ouija board. Like
No,
Jax, no, never. My
Mm-mm.
mom did one time. She regrets it. She's regretted it every single day of her life.
Yeah, my mom, she never
Never.
played like Ouija board, but she played like similar, like I don't
Glass
remember
tipping.
exactly, but like she had like a ring or something, and then she said like it just started like flying and like she went like crazy, and like she almost went like crazy, like she almost got like locked up. She said like it affected her that bad. And she told me never ever ever mess with this stuff, and here I am messing with this stuff. But at least like I'm trying to do my research and do things right. Like I don't know how she did things and what kind of spirit she contacted and whatever, but like she warned me, and now she knows I'm doing
I
this
did the Bloody
paranormal.
Mary thing,
She
Lori,
knows
but I
I'm
was 16.
sensitive,
It
and
was
she's
80s.
I
scared.
would never do that. Yeah.
No, wait. It came out like early 80s and stuff, like late 70s or 80s. So, summer parties. I wasn't scared. Shoot. Look, I tried it. I didn't see no Bloody Mary. I saw my face.
She's ugly. Look at her.
Maybe I saw my face and got scared, but that's beside the point.
Better
But I
wear a
turned
diaper.
around, I
Investigation.
talked to it. We did everything we're supposed to. Ain't no light as feather, stiff as board crap either.
Wait, I got a question. Let's say you got to take, a dump or piss. Where do you go?
I'm sorry?
Like, let's say you got to
You have
use
to
the
use the
bathroom.
bathroom.
A dump and a
Not
piss.
today,
Like, where do
Satan,
you
right,
go?
Jax? I'll never touch one.
Like, where
If
do
you
you
have to go
go?
to the bathroom, you find a place to go, Eli, I guess. I mean,
Outside, or go to the nearest McDonald's, get a burger, and
Oh yeah, like abandoned place, like something
yeah,
not with working
yeah,
bathrooms.
yeah.
Yeah, as a girl, that's very difficult. For a guy, you just pee outside.
Yeah.
For a girl, it's a little bit more difficult, especially during winter. You know,
I was gonna ask that
there's
paradox.
snow. Like I don't even know, like in meters. I know like 1 meter of snow. You're just like buried in there and just trying
Look, if you're gonna go to really haunted investigation, got a catheter put in, strap it to your side. Let's do this, people.
Wear a man diaper. I wouldn't do that.
That's what I
How
like
about
planning.
penguin?
Like, oh my gosh, like next time I go somewhere, I just put a diaper on. And just go.
Put in a catheter, put something. Just be like,
Exactly.
those winter nights will keep you warm right down your hip.
Yeah, like I remember,
I
like when I
always
was
wondered that
younger,
when
I went to
women do abandoned
concerts.
locations.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think a lot of women that do abandoned locations, they don't do very long. Like guys can do. They'd be like 24 hours. I'm going, 8 hours I can do. That's about pushing it.
Yeah.
It's called poison ivy leaves, All you can do is go wipe yourself and you're there.
What if it's poison oak?
Oh, fuck it. Why not?
Well, fuck it, shit. Fuck it. You don't give a shit. You go, poison oak? Fuck it. I'm alive.
How about
We got to get you
pendulums?
on investigation first.
How about
Hmm.
Paradox wants to know about pendulums.
Leaning against a
Never
tree.
done
That's a good idea because I thought of leaning against a
Pendulums.
building, the same thing. Because just as long as you can lean,
that.
you don't got to
Yeah,
sit.
Yeah.
exactly.
But yeah,
Have you ever done?
pendulums. I never used one.
Yeah.
I'm very
Really?
curious about it. Like I want to get one for sure. I but I don't have one.
How about
Okay, see,
dowsing
that's another
rods?
thing, Lori. Spiders, snakes, you don't want to get bit on the butt. Hey, Ghost
Hmm.
Paranormal, how are you, girl?
Yeah, what's up, Ghost Paranormal? How's it going?
Hi everyone. I've been ignoring the chat because I don't
I
know. I
know.
don't want to like
I'm trying to
interrupt.
interrupt. But yeah.
But yeah, hi.
Um.
There's so many people I know in the chat. I love
Yep, they're
everyone.
definitely here. They're here for you, girl. I'm watching them come in.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. We're almost done, guys. I mean, got family coming over and stuff like that. So another five
Yeah, and it's
minutes.
middle
Yeah,
of the
Lori,
night
they
here.
got
It's
some big
midnight.
spiders where they
Yeah.
live.
Yeah. So, but
Mm-mm.
how about dowsing rods?
Oh, I love dowsing rods. Like I was always like super curious about them, but then I tested them the first time I was actually trying them out, and I got hooked. Like I just wanted to hold them all the time. Like I
Mhm.
couldn't let go. I was like I don't know. I just love them.
It's
Like I
what you
go like
feel when you're
addicted.
holding them. I have a pendulum, and it's
Yeah,
one of the real
it's
old, like the
addictive.
copper ones that are really
Yeah.
pointy tip, and
Yeah.
everything is all copper. Everything, the string, everything's copper on this pendulum. I keep it in a little bag, so no one touches it but me. Just like if you get dowsing rods, don't let no one should touch them but you. Like when
Mm,
you get your own pair, nobody else is supposed to touch them, only you. It's like people
yeah.
say, "Can I
I
hold your
need
pendulum?"
I need a
No, you can't
parent.
touch that. Get your bad juju on it. Don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
don't
need
you
to
get a?
get dowsing rods for sure.
But I'm still learning how to use it. I mean,
Yeah.
I played
I
hide
can
and
turn
seek
the
with them.
counterclockwise, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still learning how to use it. I don't want to go on investigation, just use it, but not know how to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
played hide and seek with spirits with dowsing
oh,
rods. Like, point
wow.
to the direction where
Wow.
you at. Ding. It's so
So how do
Mm-hmm.
cool.
you?
I
So
love
what kind
it.
of vibration do you? What kind of vibration do you get off of it? Like, is it like a cold feeling, or is it like? Does it? Do you feel the pressure of the rods moving because of
Um,
spirits?
it, yeah, like I stay still. Sometimes I shake, but like I always try to debunk things. I'm just like, okay, I'm trying to do this. Like I'm like shaking my hands. Nothing's happening. They go like this. Um, but when you just know, because obviously I can feel the presence. I know like, okay, there's someone here, and they just I can feel them like cross or
They do
point.
what they
Like
do.
it's you just
Yep.
know when it's real. Like they
Yeah.
can go like if you do this, but like it's very hard to make them like move across just by
Mhm.
moving yourself.
And
Like it
sometimes
depends
they
on dowsing rods,
cross
I
in a
guess.
way that
The
you
ones I
couldn't cross
use,
them.
they're made the way like it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to fake. I guess like
Yeah,
if you
Hoover,
learn how to like
I'll get
flip,
back
like
to you later.
I don't know, but
Nice.
it's awesome. You just know, like when it points to some direction or opens or crosses, it's just like, oh, I love it.
Mhm.
It's the best. And
So
they're cheap too.
last question. What's your next investigation? If you don't mind me asking.
I don't have anything planned. Um, I have so many videos
Hmm.
unedited, so I'm
Yeah.
just focusing on editing them and getting them out. But for sure, in 2023, I'm trying to find out places here in Finland, but
Hmm.
I'm also going back to America.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Awesome.
there's awesome
Yay!
things coming. So
Nice.
You got you and Tommy got to come out to Arizona.
Yeah. For a couple
oh
of
yeah,
years.
Not a lot of places
definitely.
out
I've never
here.
been there, so
Yeah. Well, thanks again for coming, Wolf. I appreciate it. And thank you, everybody in the chat,
thank
for
you for having
supporting
me.
Wolf Haunts. And Jax, would you like to say some final words before I shut this down?
Yeah, thanks everybody, and the new people that have come in. I've definitely subbed, and yeah, you're gonna hear from me because some of you have not. I'm gonna see some of your videos. I'm gonna hit you up for an interview. I'm that kind of chick. I will be like, "What's up? An interview?"
Thanks, Ghost Paranormal.
But yeah, I mean, and then like we're interviewing ghouls next month. Ghouls Paranormal.
Next month. Yep. Next month.
If you do, my handle on Twitter is Lady Jax Paranormal.
I think I sent to you.
Or not, it's just Lady Jax, not Lady, but that's my channel. But we're booking now for February. We're full in January. So okay, see, we're just looking forward to it. See, so I'm gonna get him next. So February I'll be booking again. So if anybody on here is up for an interview, either text me or Eli. Eli's got Twitter. I have Twitter. I have some of you I've seen on TikTok. I mean, so we've got 2 interviews coming up next month with 2 off of TikTok, so that should be interesting.
Yeah.
So they put all their stuff on TikTok.
Final question: what do you think about reincarnation?
Oh, I believe in it.
I
Oh
believe
yeah,
in it.
Tell us a little bit about
it's
it.
real. Huh?
Tell us a little bit about it. What do you think about it?
I do believe like souls reincarnate. It's always the same soul, but you're always a different person. Obviously you don't, sometimes you might remember random things from your past life, but not always. It's like you're always new, brand new person. We always have the same soul. And also soulmates and twin flames and everything like that, they're all the same souls basically each lifetime. They're just like different meaning in each one. So
So
the
if you believe in
person you're meant to
reincarnation,
be
you
in
were in
this
a past
life,
life.
you were like, maybe things didn't work out between you in the past life. Everything is connected, and
I told you, Eli.
you just have to find your people.
I
Exactly.
know in a past life, many, many years, I don't even know, could be far as back as 1600s.
Yeah.
Eli and I were brother and sister, and like a twin thing.
Yeah.
And the first time I met him, I knew this. We
Hmm.
connect like weird ways, like weird ways, like Jared
Yeah,
and Brent
you
will
just
hear all
know
about
it,
our weird ways, just talking.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
say something, he'll know what I'm going
Yeah.
to say, or he says I know what he's going to say. But
that's
you meet
amazing.
people for a reason in your life. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe anybody that comes into your life, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, even the
And they
bad
go out of your life,
experiences,
there's
the
a reason
bad
for
people
it.
who hurt you, there's a meaning. It's
Exactly.
meant to
It's
be.
true.
So
It's true.
yeah.
Exactly.
You did
Those
well,
are-
girl. You're a little nervous. I know you're going to be nervous.
I know. All the nerves. They're just like, hey, she's
I'm
speaking a lot.
always nervous.
I said,
Okay,
she's
guys,
shy.
thank
She's a
you.
little touch, a little low, but said, maybe
Yes.
she'll be good. Maybe you were good.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know you're worried, girl.
Thank
You don't
Thanks
have
for
you.
to
coming
worry.
up. Appreciate
Just
it. You did
us.
good. Exactly.
Oh, and all the other people in the chat.
Again, guys, thanks for coming. Everyone chat and
Yes, thank you, everybody. And some of the Hoosier, I'll be getting in contact with you, and some of the other ones get in contact with you too. What's he doing over there? What's that? Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Who's over there?
I'm
Is
always
Fran
praying
next
to
to you?
man.
Is Fran next to you?
Nah, she running to do some errands and yeah. So.
Point at me, dude. I'm looking over here. What the hell are you doing that?
Again, guys, thanks for coming and thank you for believing in our journey. Thank you for letting us believe in yours.
Amen, guys.
That's good night.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
If I can get this thing going. Okay.